Hey, good morning. Successful Indie Author, episode 12 of 5 Focus. Today we'll talk about Protagonist Faults. And if you can't tell, I'm really tired today, so finish this up. I'm going to go back to bed for a little while and hopefully be less tired later because I have a book to finish. That's 63,000 words. Target is 70. Should finish within a couple days because this is the home stretch, bringing everything together. All right, Protagonist Faults. We operate under the premise that no one is perfect, and it also that lack of perfection is what makes characters relatable, lovable, and embraceable by our readership. But in them moves them forward. I wrote my Terry Henry Walton Chronicles, and I had a character who was had Asperger's and exercised and demonstrated a lot of the issues on the autism spectrum, where he just couldn't get along with other people, where he preferred certain things, and anything out of order really sent him into extreme reactions in such a way that the other characters didn't get him, didn't understand him until much later when somebody explained it to him. So, and this character was, a lot of the people, I got comments and private messages that this character is one of their favorite characters. And I wrote him just as a counterpart for what does normal look like as in a post-apocalyptic society. They were striving towards normalcy. In another one of my post-apocalyptic series, the main character couldn't breathe, had breathing issues. And so he had that internal struggle of, I can only do so much, otherwise I'll go out of breath, I have asthma attack, and I won't be able to continue. And so that internal struggle and the external struggle of survival. How do we survive in a harsh environment when all of our support structure has disappeared? So that was the premise that carried through that whole series. And the main character had a good number of followers simply because he struggled mightily with a lot of the physical issues that a lot of the other characters, like in my other post-apocalyptic series, he didn't have the physical issues because he was a physical specimen, a veritable beast of a character. So internal struggle, external struggle, those issues. And I would challenge you, give each one of your character 3 traits, and those traits will then carry through in perpetuity throughout your series. So even though they're struggling against them, it's one of those things that they've reached a compromise with, that they have their internal treaty and negotiation ongoing with this. It could be a love of coffee. It could be something like must run every day, no matter what, because I have to do that to clear my head. I have to do this, and that might work counter to some of the things going on in your story, but this is that character trait. They must do this one thing, must get 4 hours of sleep, must get 6 hours of sleep, can't operate without sleep. What are those? And pick 3, because then your readers will be able to follow those 3. In my current series that I'm working on, a sense of justice, a hitman with a conscience, right? A sense of justice, and he also he loves his wife. So a hitman, he has a wife, and that causes some concern on issues where he is constantly forced to not to choose, but to balance. How does he treat his wife compared to going out to kill somebody? How does that work? And how does he make it palatable for in the relationship? So all kinds of things that you can insert and use with your stories. You can have the best plot, you can have the best background, you can have the best world building, but readers are coming for the characters. They're coming because they can relate to the characters, because they can embrace the characters, that they want to be the characters. And a lot of you, some authors have seen people come to conventions and role playing their characters. I mean, it's really humbling to see your character get role played, cosplayed, and it's because they want to be that character. I can do these things. I can have these traits and still be successful in what I need to do. Your plot, what's that goal that they need to achieve? People are coming for the characters, and they'll come back for the characters. because you have a great plot, you have a great twist. Well, then next story you have to have another great twist, and I hope you do. The characters will carry the story, and even stories without twists, you can still have a great story that the readers love if they're embracing the characters. And that's one thing that John Truby says is the characters are the ones that move the plot forward, not the plot, not the background, not the cool special effects. All right, everybody, that's it. Been 5 minutes. So Protagonist Faults, make your protagonists real, give them real traits, relatable, internal, external struggles, and use them to then troop that plot forward through this story and the next. Everybody have a great day.